to be educated, well-informed, and build your capacity around the music industry. It's great that creatives, you can write, you create music. It's great. We love all of that. But there's some things that you need to do in preparation before you release music, promote and market yourself. There's so much more that needs to happen. And that's what we want to educate you on. We want to talk through the essentials, especially as being an artist, a musician. And then also, there's a lot of other support roles in the music industry: social media, marketing, branding, publicists, promotions. There's so much more production. So we want to bring the professionals together so that they can share with you best practices, um, give you some tools for your tool belt that will help you in your music ministry and business. Now, the summit will be on October the 2nd through the 4th. We usually start with a reception just so that people can see who's there, meet people, network. And then something that we're doing a little differently this year is we're going to have all of the panelists as the panel. We want to ask you questions, find out more about you. I like to know, people's hobbies, what they're interested in, their family. We want to know how you got in the business. How did you do it? What sustained you? We want to know all of that. So you're going to be the panelists and we're going to be the interviewers. So Thursday, we're going to interview the panels, all of the panelists, because Friday will be your master classes. We want to jump right in and not spend a lot of time on those introductions during the classes, but just get it done. Just get it done. Welcome, Sandra, um, another friend from across the pond. Yeah, the UK's in the house tonight. I feel good. I feel good. My fellow countrymen and women. And so 2.5 days, start with the welcome reception. Then we'll have master classes all day Friday. And then Saturday will be the breakout sessions where we can get into some more details and, ask a lot more questions. And that can be a little bit more customized than the general sessions. And then we'll have our closing musical on Saturday nights. We're also adding something new this year. We will be launching in conjunction with the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, Missouri. We'll be launching the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, UK. And this is going to be a first where we will be inducting some industry personnel in the UK. We'll be inducting them into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, UK. You heard it first, second, and third, but you've heard it, and it's going to be exciting. So, but we need you to share the word. We need you to share the word, especially across the pond, to artists, industry personnel. Invite them along. We will have about 23-ish artists, groups, or choirs performing throughout the summit, most of them on Saturday. In the past, we've had 3 musicals, 2 musicals. This time we're having 1 musical, but we will have performances throughout the days as well. And so we're limited it to 1 musical so that we can do some other things. As I said, the focus is education. Now, we always have 5-minute performances, sometimes 10 with groups and choirs, but primarily it's 5 minutes so that the artist's mind can be focused on coming to the summit for the information and not just coming to perform. We want to hear you live. We want to see you on the stage, but we also want you to get this information and improve and enhance your music ministry and what you do. And we want you to get your royalties and everything that's coming to you. So the focus is education and learning. New this year, we have our spouse and friend registration. We found that a lot of artists and friends, they bring their family members with them, or they bring their spouse with them who's not necessarily in the music industry at all, but they want to come and support. So we have a special registration for them. The only way you can get that is if you email the summit office. and I will send you that spouse and friend registration. I'm putting it in the chat, registration form. Email gospel. Now, email, let's see, I don't have my reading glasses on, so excuse any typos, guys, gals. Email gospel summit intl@gmail.com for that spouse and friend registration form. And their registration is a special rate of $50. We want them to come because we're going to have something special for them too. We're going to have a breakout just for those spouse and friends that are there to support their artist family and friends. We will have a breakout for them, something real special. So we want them to come. They do need to register. It's a reduced rate. General registration, everyone has to register. It's individual and it's $150. General registration is $150. There is a reduction for groups and choirs. Again, I have a separate registration form for groups and choirs. So email the summit office. And then let's see, panelists. The next Zoom, we will have more details on the panelists. I'm going to hold that one for now, but I just wanted to give you just some background information. So you can advertise with the summit. We create a beautiful directory that we mail out to churches, and you can advertise your quarter page or your full page, or you can put your logo on the step and repeat. All of that is on the website on the form. And then for those that need flights to go to London, you can book your flight through Alicia's Dream Vacations, and that is on the website as well. And she will help you to find your flight and to book your flight. Now, I'm going to share my handy dandy slide deck, which I love to do. This is my slide deck so that I don't forget anything that I really want to tell you. Again, we will be in London, England, this October for the International Music Summit, October the 2nd through the 4th. The hotel is located near the airport. And we did that for quite a few reasons, but it seems to be a popular location to be close to the airport. We can commute to the town. You do not need a rental car. If you're coming to London, you do not need a rental car. We have sufficient buses, trains, tubes, which is our underground, and it's very easy to navigate the underground system. We also have a hopper bus at the airport that will drive to all the different hotels. It's about £7, £7 to hop on the bus. It will take you to the different airports. It will also take you to the train station, and that's the hotel hopper, and that goes to all hotels. So some of the topics that we'll be covering and touching on during the summit include talking about the history of gospel music. I think it's really important to share about what happened before us, who came before us, what did they go through, how did they get through, and then whose shoulders are we standing on? So we'll have more of a UK focus in London on the history. And then just navigating the industry. You know, artists, when you put your music out there, first of all, do you copyright your song? Did you write the song? Did you co-produce the song? Have you done your split sheet? Do you own your ISRC, your International Standard Recording Code, or your UPC code? Do you own those? I know that distribution companies will give you theirs or let you buy from them, but you should be owning your stuff. So we talk through that. We talk through metadata. Metadata is a big deal. That's really where it starts. And that is how you get paid. You've got to get your metadata right. The spelling of your name is important. Your codes, put in all the details on. It's like a fingerprint. Metadata is like a fingerprint. That is the fingerprint of that track. It will tell you all about the track, the producer, the genre, when it was released, your contact details, your your cover art, everything needs to be on that metadata before you mix and master your track. And then we talk about vocal health, what you can be doing to improve your singing, how you take care of your instruments. And then we do have the performances going on. And so just some other things to consider before you go. Really try and work out your itinerary before you get to London. Don't wait till you get there to figure out what you want to do, because time is going to go by so quick. You're just going to want to get up in the morning, go do what you need to do, sightsee, come to the summit. You're going to want to take care of everything um, quickly. So let's work on the itinerary in advance. One recommendation, if you don't already have it, is to download WhatsApp. And WhatsApp will allow you to make phone calls, send text messages, do FaceTime calls, and there's no additional cost for that. Always, though, contact your cell phone provider. Let them know you're leaving the country. They do have special rates for international packages, or they'll switch it on while you're there and switch it off when you come back. But check with your phone provider that you can use your phone overseas. Now, for travel, we do have what we call an Oyster card, which is your travel card. And you can buy it at the station or the bus stop or a candy store. They're not called candy stores in London, but a newsagent. Or you can just use your credit card or your debit card. Contactless payment is everywhere in London. I was just there at Christmas and I couldn't believe that I didn't need currency. I didn't really need currency. I didn't need um, I didn't need my Oyster. I could just use my card and tap in and tap out. With the Oyster card, though, they do give you discounts for multiple uses, and if you use it on the bus, the train, the tube. But you can get more information going to visitlondon.com, traveler information. You can get more information from that website on travel. And also you can look at the London Underground. You can pull up the London Underground map and you can see how to get around. Usually it's color coded. So like South, where I'm from, it's black. Central is red. And then they have other different areas in West London and different colors. So it's just you follow the color code for where you want to go and you can get around that way. One thing I always say to travelers is do not go out anywhere on your own. You're in a strange country, a different country. You want to stay in groups of two or more. Somebody always needs to know where you are, just for safety reasons. Always staying two or more. If you can do more than two, that's great. Um, and also, when you're crossing the road, London drives on the left side, not the right side. So be careful crossing the roads. Always use the crosswalk, okay? Just some safety tips. We will have our host hotel reservation link in about a week. Now, everything's happening at the hotel apart from the musical. So we want you to stay at the hotel. We do have a room block and it is a preferred rate. I believe off the top of my head, for single occupancy, it's £149. Don't forget to do that conversion. For double occupancy, it's £159. And then that includes breakfast every day. It includes your taxes. So it's just that one price. All right. So what I need you to do as you register, just confirm how many people are traveling with you, because we do have to get ground transportation from the hotel to the venue for the guests and the delegates and the artists. So we just need to make sure we have adequate seating. Please pull out your passport if you have it. Check your expiration date. Just make sure it's valid and at least valid, 2 to 3 months after your travel date, just so that you have room on there. And read all your travel requirements and protocols. There was talk of US citizens needing to get a visa to enter the UK, and it hasn't been activated yet. So that's still talk. So we're watching that. If we hear of anything changing, we will let you know. If you're working with a travel agent, they should be up to date on those protocols, but do check those. Also, before you leave, check the weather. Usually it's October. It's getting to the winter time. It's getting a bit cold. So check the weather before you leave for London. Always pack a scarf and a hat and a light jacket, just so that you have extra weather resistant clothes. Before you leave, make sure your family members or your friends have a copy of your travel information and your hotel details. Keep a copy at home. I do. I keep one on my fridge, and then I keep one in my backpack when I travel. And then, we've got it on our phones, on the apps, and download the app for your airline because there's a lot of information in there that could be really helpful to you. And then take a copy of your passport page and keep that in your luggage as well. I've got mine on my phone, so just in case. Getting around London, as I said, you don't need a rental car. We have buses, trains, tubes. The tube is the underground. Mind the gap. That's what they all say here. Mind the gap. We also have Uber and also Bolt. Bolt is the UK Uber version. I use it sometimes. I have both the apps. It just depends. But we have Bolt. So download the Bolt app. Download your airline app. There's also global entry and mobile passport control. I've downloaded both of those. Mobile passport control, when you're coming back to the US, usually you fill out that paper, the passport control paper on the plane. Sometimes they give it to you, sometimes they ask you to scan a QR code. That's the same thing. You just fill it out in the app, and when you land, you go back to it and you let it know that you've landed, and you show that to passport control. So these things just make it easier to get through customs and passport control. And if you have TSA pre-check, we don't really have that in London. Everyone just goes through either the US or the UK. US and UK go through the same entry, and then everyone else goes through the other. So these just help to avoid lines. And I always encourage you to have a change of clothes on your hand luggage, whether it's, some clean undies, a t-shirt and a pair of pants, toothbrush and toothpaste. You never know. You never know. I've had my luggage take 2 days to get once ever that my luggage didn't arrive with me. I didn't do that. I didn't have anything on me, so I had to buy everything. So it's just a precaution. Okay. And I'm going to ask you if you have questions in a minute. There's some links here, and I'll share this slide deck out. Visitlondon.com. And then if you want to go to Paris, which I know a lot of people are planning to do, to go to a day trip to Paris, you can go on the Eurostar.com. Eurostar, that's the train. And it will take you from St. Pancras Station to Paris, Gare du Nord. um, and then there's some other sightseeing buses that you can go on. There's a 24-hour hop on, hop off bus, which I love because you can get on there today. If you see something you want to see, you can hop off and then you can pick it up somewhere else. And that ticket is valid 24 hours. If you know the exact day you want to go, I'd just get my ticket in advance because it's you get discount for that. Okay. So in preparation for the summit, and most people would have done this, but sign a release form. We'll just have you do it there, which just says that we can take pictures and videos and share them on our platforms. We just need your permission for that. Check your airline before you leave for any pre-travel instructions. And again, notify your bank that you'll be traveling internationally because you want your card to work. Yeah. So those are just some tips. And then I've got a video to show you. If you have any questions, let's see. Let me look at the chat. Or you can, let's see. See if I can close this. Okay. Anyone have any questions before I go on? And I'm looking in the chat.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes,
What's
they
the
use Apple Pay. They use Apple Pay.
Yeah, I wanted to know what's the total price of the trip?
Sorry,
Like, not including the flight.
can you say that again?
What's the total cost of like one person on for the whole trip?
So sorry, I couldn't really hear you very well. So I can tell you what the registration is, but your flight and your flights, then you would select your flights and the hotel. It's £149 UK pounds for single occupancy and £159 for double occupancy. So the cost of the trip without the flight. So the cost is your registration. Your registration is $150, and you can find the registration form on the internationalmusicsummit.com. Does that answer your question?
Yes, and so you're saying that's for the whole conference, and uh we would just have to book our own flight and hotel, correct?
That's correct. We do have a host hotel that we will share you the booking link because we want you to book under our room block. We've held a block of rooms so that the summit can stay there at a preferential rate. So once we get the hotel link, we'll share that out by email and we'll put it on social media too, and you can book your room. So hold off on making your hotel room reservation until we send you the booking link. And if you go to the internationalmusicsummit.com website, scroll down and there's the link to the travel agent. And she can help you to find flights.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before I show you this quick video? I see Kim. Hello in Dallas. How are you? And we have some London guests on the phone on the Zoom. And once I come back from the video, I would love you to share your experience coming to the summit. We have Sandra Godley, and I want you to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, your radio station or your music station, and then share a little bit about your experience at the summit. So I'm going to show you this quick video with highlights from London.
Welcome to our guide on the top 10 must-see.
Okay, before I do that, can everyone hear that? I'm not sure if I shared.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. All right, let me put it back on. Share the sound. Okay.
Places in London. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, these iconic spots are sure to make your trip unforgettable. It's the capital of England and one of the most amazing cities in the world. Get ready for some serious travel inspiration. First up, it has to be Buckingham Palace. This place is like something out of a fairy tale, and if you're lucky, you might catch the changing of the guard ceremony. At number 2, we're stepping back in time to the Tower of London. This place is bursting with history. It's been a royal palace, a prison, and even a zoo. At number 3, it's a bridge, but not just any bridge, it's Tower Bridge. This iconic landmark is like the symbol of London, and trust me, you'll want to snap lots of pictures here. Next at number 4. If you want the absolute best views of London, you have to take a spin on the London Eye. This giant Ferris wheel is a London must-do. At number 5, it is Westminster Abbey, a place filled with centuries of history. This stunning church has seen everything from royal weddings to coronations. Just walking through those doors feels so special, and the architecture is just incredible. At number 6, get ready for a journey through time at the British Museum. This place is like a treasure trove of artifacts from all over the world. At number 7, St. Paul's Cathedral is seriously impressive. The dome is iconic, and the inside is just as beautiful. Trust me, you'll want to have your camera ready. If you're feeling energetic, you can even climb to the top of the dome for amazing views of the city. Now it's time to relax. Even in a bustling city like London, you can find a little peace and quiet in Hyde Park. This huge green space is perfect for a relaxing stroll or a picnic. And if you're traveling with little ones, don't miss Kensington Gardens. It's right next door and has the cutest Peter Pan statue. Now you are fully relaxed, it's time for number 9. The National Gallery is a must-visit. You'll find masterpieces by some of the greatest artists of all time, like Van Gogh, Monet, and Da Vinci. Just wandering through the galleries and admiring the brushstrokes is so inspiring. Last but not least, we're heading to Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. This place is a dream come true for any theatre lover. And there you have it, my loves. Those are my top 10 must-see places in London. I hope this video...
All right. All right. All right. There's a lot to do and a lot to see. We've got some free sites. Some, of course, you have to pay for. But I have a document that I'll try and upload while we're talking that gives you links and things like that to some of those sites. Now, I'd love to hear from questions from anyone on the Zoom. If you have a question, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there is a reaction button. You can put your hand up or you can take it down. And while you're thinking about your question, I'm going to ask some of our friends from the UK to introduce themselves, tell us about their outlet, their media outlet, and then their experience at the summit. So we'll start with Keziah, then we'll go to Dave P, and then we'll go to Sandra. All right? And if you have a question, put your hand up and I'll get to you, okay? All right, Keziah, welcome.
Oh, hi everybody. I'm Keziah Job and I'm involved in music and media. Music being a singer-songwriter and also a music producer. And on the media side, I work alongside Dave P, who you'll hear from, Eugene Jam's radio. I host a weekly radio show called Reggae Royalty, and the clues in the title. My niche or my genre of choice is reggae gospel music. And I've been coming to the summit. The very first one that I attended in the UK was when you stayed at the Hard Rock. So that would have been, when was that?
2021.
21.
Yeah.
And every time I come, I learn something different. I think the most, the formal parts are great, but it's also the downtime in getting to know and meet people from the US who have become like friends and family now. Just the frequency of seeing each other every year, whether it's here in the UK or in the US, you actually do build a bond with each other over time. And also one of the unique facts is that we've managed to do quite a few projects and collaborations with some of the US artists as well. So that's been great. And yeah, there'll probably be a bit more news to share about that over the coming weeks. Lots of exciting things happening there as well. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So Keziah has actually worked with a few of the artists that she said in the US that she met at the summit. And we have a quartet group that she changed or reproduced one of their songs into a reggae song. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. So now everyone wants reggae, which is fantastic.
Yes.
But we'll have some music. We'll share some music on the next Zoom so that you can hear some of the work that she's done. And could you put your links in the chat so that people can at least have a contact detail, your website, that they may want to reach out to you after this Zoom. Thank you. Thank you. And I see we have someone on from Africa, Goldman, but we'll talk to you in a bit. We'll talk to you in a bit. All right, Dave P, UGN Jams. Please introduce yourself. And Helen, Dave P and
Hang
Helen.
on. I don't know if you can see both. Can you see both of us now?
We can see you both. It's good to see
Oh,
you.
good. Well, my name's Dave P, and this is Helen, and we both run UGen Radio, UGen Jams together for about, is it 17 years? I think 17 years, I do believe. And of course, it's all gospel, reggae, whatever's running, we have it. And as Keziah said, she's been with the station as well, doing very well indeed. So there you go. I came to the summit. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember. Was it last year or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I believe.
23.
Let me tell you something. It was absolutely amazing, exciting, and I'm looking forward to being there again. I was looking at the London videos, and one thing that was missing in the video, and which the Americans you have to really check out. And I'm a foodie. You need to check. You need to have some West Indian food, some
Yes,
Caribbean food.
yes.
And the old English fish and chips. But not to delay on anything, I think the Music Summit, especially for the UK, has been a long time coming. I like the idea which you've just launched about what's the thing you call it?
Gospel Music Hall of Fame UK.
Yeah, now that for me is brilliant because it highlights in terms of what's happening in the UK, which you said anyway. And I really applaud you for that. And it's always nice to feel appreciated for some of our artists here in the UK and get recognized for that as well. You want to say anything, Helen?
No.
Hello, Helen.
Hey,
Okay,
can I
I'm
say
gonna put my
something?
reading glasses on.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, what I thought was really nice when Dave came was that because he's been, you know, he's the godfather as far as I'm concerned when it comes to UK gospel. And what was so wonderful is that there's quite a few artists who were at the summit who the station has been pushing their music for quite a while. So Dave had the opportunity to say, when he caught the name, he says, I've been supporting you for years. And they were so gobsmacked to hear that. So that was really, really nice to have that connection and for the artists in the US to know, look, you know, the UK, at least UGN Jams, has been supporting you for some time. So that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And I'm still enjoying it today anyway. After some, I've been in the business for about nearly 40 years, I do believe. I'm not that old, but still 40 years. It's pretty amazing. I think good achievement, and I thank God for that.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Dave, for all the support, and Helen as well, for all your support. Don't forget to put your links in the chat. This is being aired on Facebook as well, so we want people to visit all of your sites. Hey, Kim. Kim is in Dallas. We'll come to you in a minute. All right, Sandra. So, thank you, Dave and Helen. Sandra Godley. We'd love to hear from you if you're at a spot where you can talk. Hey, Martin. All right. We'll come back to you, Sandra. Again, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself. Goldman, tell us where you're from, who you are, what you do. Hopefully they're at a place where they can talk. All right. So I just wanted to look at the chat. I saw a couple of things in the chat. Yes, London.
Okay.
Is Apple Pay. Yes, they do.
Good
Goldman.
evening, people of God.
So we don't have a good connection right now.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
That's better. Much better. Can we see you? If you can, if you're able to, it would be good. Just for a minute. Hey, Van, we'll come to you in a minute. We've got someone else on from the UK.
Yes, ma'am. Where I am, I can on my video. So
okay.
Okay.
Where are you?
Okay.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you today? All right. We'll come back to you, Goldman. Van, can you introduce? Your connection goes in and out.
I come on my video. So I'll rather yes.
That's fine if you can't put your video on.
Okay, so I am in house, but I'm a bit in the mess, so I can, yes, to go ahead. I'll try to get a good connection. All right. So my name is and I am gospel artist from Ghana, Africa. I am also the deputy head for gospel music at the Musicians Union of Ghana. I am a pastor too. I do a lot of things for God. Yeah. So that's what I want to let you guys know for now. And I believe we'll meet in London. So when we're in London, in person, I'll give you more of what I do. Thank you.
Thank you. And you can also put your link in the chat too. Thanks, Daniel. All right, then, can you say hi to everyone? Let us know what you do in the UK.
Hi, yes, my name is Ven Spence. I'm the founder, based in the UK, London, founder of Reggae Gospel 360 PR platform publication. We launched as a publication magazine last year, and that's called RG360 Mag. And in that, we publicize everything gospel reggae, basically. So it features gospel reggae artists, musicians, anything related to the gospel reggae scene. Not only solely music, but we do lifestyle issues as well. For example, mental health, food, finance, topics that relate to life. But yes, that's myself.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Sandra. And Ven has been to the summit. We'd love to hear about your experience at the summit, Ven, if you've got a second.
Yes. Yes, I've experienced, I think, first in London. Then we came out to Seattle, I think it was 2022. That was an absolute amazing experience to meet you all. And each time I would say meeting the artists and the media professionals, it almost feels like we get to know each other that much better, and we form deep connections. And in terms of the collaborations that came out of, I think it's the Seattle, isn't it, Kazaya, where collaborations came out of that, and through Kazaya referring artists as they worked on the producer side, came over to myself to deal with the PR side. I got to know Wendy Peterson and the group. So that's been the quartet, and that's been, absolutely wonderful. So in terms of that, it's good to, in terms of collaboration and getting to know the artists and the media professionals, really enjoyed that. Enjoyed hearing the US side of how the music works, and seeing the actual the love and the passion for music that you all have. I think that's infectious, and helps us, the Londoners, see that US are very passionate about their music at whatever stage they are, and they're hungry and willing, and the international status for them is huge, and we appreciate that, and we can also use that in what we do. So we deeply appreciate the collaboration and knowing you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Van. Thank you. I see Sandra.
Can you hear me? I don't know if you can.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, sorry. I was on my phone and I could not connect video. Anyway, so I'm on my iPad. But hi, everybody. What was the question again? Sorry.
Tell us who you are, what you do, your media outlet, and a little bit about your experience of the summit.
Oh gosh, right, I'll be here all day. But just a very short summary. Sandra Godley with the best surname on planet Earth, which allows me to talk about God quite freely. I do a lot of secular events, so I bring in my faith through my name and all sorts. So I'm a singer-songwriter, a radio presenter. I work with the BBC, do lots of huge programs with them. Gives me an opportunity to showcase lots of great artists. Some I've already interviewed at the summit, put them on the shows. And that then affords me to work in the community and just work with lots and lots of people who are championing community. For me, my footprint has got to be in my community before I launch out and do anything. So that's what I love. It's my passion. It afforded me a massive amount of recognition with the King of England. So some of those huge historic venues that were on the video are very special to me, particularly St. Paul's Cathedral, being there with the King and getting these incredible medals. So I say all that to say to you, people are watching what we do, whether we think they're not or believe it. They're watching for our effect in the community. So everything that you do it with joy and gladness, and change our communities. And I've been to the summit. I can't remember how many I've been to, Carol. It's been amazing to be there on the panel, doing all sorts, meeting mad, crazy people like me. And yeah, let's just see where God's going to take us for 2025.
Awesome, wonderful. It's so good to have people that have a heart for other people, have a heart for music, and very supportive. And all of these people that you're hearing from are all of those things. It's just been a joy and a pleasure to know them and to be able to interact with them, fellowship and socialize with them. It's wonderful, wonderful. All right, so I'm going to open up the Zoom for anyone else that would like to make a comment. I'd love to hear from there. Kim is in Texas, Martin is in Florida, Ernest is in New York. Tell us what you're doing in your region. Give us some information. Michelle, I'd love to say hi to you, and Dee Dee as well. Kim, what's going on in Texas?
Greetings, everybody. And I'm sorry to greet you in my pajamas, but it's been a long week. Our industry network chapter partnered with Martavius Mims last night to put on the Sound Awards. So we did a beautiful presentation last night with Fitzgerald was one of our presenters. Carmina was a presenter. And it's a real blessing to be able to pull people together to do things for God, which is one of the reasons why I'm here, because, my husband's British. I don't need Carol to go to London, but they need to hear that, because anybody can go, and I have family there. I've been to London a million times, right? But I'm going to go to Carol because I think it's important to go with an expert in the field to be on one accord and to try and accomplish what she's trying to accomplish. And so my perspective is, I think it's important to invest and to respect and trust those who have done the work for the rest of us to be able to follow in her footsteps. And so she's been doing this a while. This is not her first trip. It's not her first rodeo. Obviously, you can see by some of the people she has on that we're in good hands. And so I'm going to do the best I can, not just for myself to make the trip, but to bring one of the choirs that I sing with. And it's a fairly large professionally recording choir. We recorded with Tamala Mann and Dante Bowe 2 weeks ago. And so it's not necessarily that we're seeking anything more than knowledge and exposure. And I think she can give us that. And so I think it's worth the time. I think it's worth the money. And I'm willing and very happy to invest that with her in all, and just really, to hold her hand and go along with her for what we're doing, guys. And I've got all kind of backgrounds in business and music and ministry. But respectfully, we're going with Carol. So, any questions, my background speaks for itself. And the fact that I'm going to travel with her should speak volumes to people who look into that background. So thank you, Carol. And I look forward to bringing whoever I can along on this trip with you.
And Kim is a minister too. What church are you with, Kim?
Oh, gosh. I'm a minister with the Potter's House. And so I'm there with Pastors Teray.
Yes.
Because they are our pastors at this time. Bishop is our retired prelate, so to speak. So, he's there. He's getting ready to host the International Pastors and Leaders Summit, or ILS. And, this is what we do, right? It's all ministry.
Right.
And being able to move forward in excellence as a minister, as just being who we are, that's just who we are. So I don't always say that, because you should be able to see it or hear it in something I say or do. And so, we do all kind of stuff, but we're here for this, guys. We put the link out for the passports. And if you need that link, I'm sure Carol will have it posted for those of you who haven't renewed or gotten your passport. That's the first thing you need to do, like today. You can if you're in the US, you can download your forms. You fill it out online, you can download it and print it out. When you go to the post office, it's very easy, very simple. If you don't have your pictures, you can go to Walgreens or CVS and get them. And, everything will be just, really streamlined, easy, and quick. So, no excuses, guys. Get it together.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. All right, Ron Bell, can you tell us who you are and who you represent? Can you come off? You come off? Good.
Hello, how are you doing, Dr. Carol?
Doing well, thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad to see Kim on the line. We work together here in Dallas. And so do I need to come off on the video, or?
You can for a minute so we can see you and see who we're talking to. That would be awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
All righty.
Wonderful. Yay.
Good to see you.
You too. Now, Ron, you have a choir. Tell us about that. Tell us about what you do.
Yes, Ron Bell and CM3, which stands for Christian Ministry Music Movement. We are an outreach ministry that operates outside the four walls of the church. We go to prisons, rehabilitation centers. We do the work with the homeless. We provide toiletries, clothes, food, canned goods. So basically, anything that's outside the four walls of the church, that's what we do. And in doing that, that's how we started out. But in doing that, what happened, people wanted to know as far as how can we get a hold to your music. And from there, God opened the door to allow us to be able to record. And since starting to record in 2020, God has placed our music on gospel, the Billboard charts. We've been able to be on the top ratings, top 10, and God has just opened up doors and just continues to bless us. Right now, for 2025, we're focusing on major outreach, hitting the prisons strong here within the state of Texas, both state and federal, along with rehabilitation centers for men, women, and youth. So that's basically who we are. But our main focus with as far as gospel music, the music is what really connects us. That's that bridge. Sometimes people can't identify with the message or the preach word, but music, that's one thing that brings the world together. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We can't
Oh,
wait.
you're so welcome.
And looking forward to it. Thank you. All right.
All right.
Ernest Phillips or Missy Phillips. Come off mute and introduce yourself. And then we're going to do Martin.
Hey, family.
Hey.
It's both of us.
Hey. Awesome. Awesome.
You must have knew that we were both here together, Carol.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right.
So I'll kick it off real fast, but I just want to I echo what the sister just said. If you haven't taken this ride to London, you need to get ready and get on board and to drive over. It is going to be a memory that you will never forget. I remember my first year that I did go, but I met so many and networked with so many people, from radio promoters, just a little bit about Angela Missy Billups, and I do wear three hats now. The president of the New York Alliance here in New York. I am also the director of Amazing Radio Promotions, and that means we take in independent artists and we push their music to over 250 radio stations. That now, since I've been to London, it includes London and the Bahamas, because I have went over there and I have networked with the radio promoters over there that I can push the artists here, their music over to the Bahamas, Orlando, and Miles Cross, just so many announcers over there. So I'm just excited. And then I wear the hat of an artist, went over there and I did do my new single, which was For My Good, and came back and was nominated for a Dove Award over here, but it started over in London. I mean, the contacts that I made, the interviews that I've been on, I've seen my pictures on their pages as promotions. So I'm gonna tell you, and if you haven't taken that leap over of faith to London, you need to get there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and so I'm Ernest Billups. I'm Angela Missy Billups' son. I'm also I wear a few hats myself. I'm also the minister of music for the Gospel Music Workshop of America, the local chapter, Bronx, Manhattan, Westchester division. I am the director and founder for, it's called Amazing Entertainment, which is a sister or partner to which my mom is doing the radio. So with us, we are an actual production company, and we provide we basically help independent artists out, that don't have big budgets and whatnot, but desire to put out singles and records and whatnot. So we know that can get pretty pricey. So we try to look out for the independent artists and help make their wishes and their dreams come true as far as music is concerned. And then also I do wear the hat as an artist as well. So I haven't been to London, so I'm super hyped because mom went last year, my sister went last year, the year before, and like that's all they've been talking about. And Carol, we love you anyway. So I'm just like, you know what, we got to make this trip. We got to get over there and get experience this international music summit. So we're super excited. We're super excited.
Awesome.
So God bless y'all.
God bless you. God bless you. All right, Martin. Martin.
Hey everyone, hope all is well. I'm gonna go outside so I can talk. We'll hear all this chatter stuff. So, nice to see everyone. Again, my two sisters from England that I met at the previous summit in Texas. So we're just excited. Hey Kim. So I don't even know where to start with this. Carol is like my ace boom cool, my buddy, my friend, my big sis, all of those good things. And then on top of that, I was born in England. I'm a British person. So, I'm looking forward. I haven't been back to England since my childhood days. Yeah, Kim. So I'm excited looking to meet Sandra in person. Just excited to be back over there. What do I do? Oh boy, we would be on here till tomorrow. So a short snippet. So I'm a gospel producer, I produce artists. I'm also a promoter. I'm actually working on 2 concerts right now, one for Kenya with Jonathan Nelson and one in St. Kitts with JJ Harrison. So that's the promoter side of me. And then I also produce local indie artists as well here. We're producing a live recording in New York on May 24th, which Ernest Billups wrote a crazy song, and him and his mom is going to be singing on it. So we're just doing a number of things. But over and all, I'm excited to be a part of Dr. Carol's team. I'm excited about coming over. I cannot wait. I should have been there with the first one, and just schedules and all that kind of stuff. So I done blocked it out. Tell everybody I ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna be gone. So I'm just excited about coming. That's all. And on top of that, Carol and my gosh, I can't forget her name, Charmaine. We're planning some interesting things that's going to be coming up that you have got to be in England, especially artists. There's just some stuff coming out. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Carol, back to you.
All right, thank you, thank you. All right, we're getting to the point where we're going to wrap this up. Michelle, Dee Dee, Danny, would you like to say anything? Michelle, Dee Dee, Danny.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Michelle Stokes, and I am a one of the newest members, blessed members of CM3. You heard from Dr. Ron Bell just a few moments ago. Just talking all about the ministry. I am a member of West Irvin Church of God in Christ in the city of Irvin, Texas. And so I'm just a part of a wonderful ministry that serves the community. He has the heart of a servant. And I just thank God for being a part of this group. It's a family. It is definitely a family. And so I'm going to be honest. Initially, when they said about going out of London, I said, I have not been past Cancun. And I said, oh my, these planes and all these different things and all the things that are happening. But I talked to my children and they're excited. And so the Lord said that it's going to be a great year for me. And I'm like, traveling, Lord. But I'm looking forward to it. And the more that they're putting out, I believe it's Dee Dee, yes, she's putting out information weekly about, just exciting us about being on board, get your deposits in, and not just putting something on paper and saying this is what we're going to do. But this was good for me to see this and see all the excitement in your face. But CM3 is pushing for the London trip, for the experience, and just for the I'm looking for the Holy Ghost just to explode in every group, every artist, every department, and every ministry. And so I'm just grateful. And so I do sing. I'm an alto, and I work in various ministries, not only just in the church, but out in the streets. Because I believe that's, honey, if we get to London, say y'all want to walk the streets and get out and be a part of outreach ministry, sign me up, because that's where we're commissioned to go. Okay, so God bless you all, and I look forward to praising the Lord with you all in London. Blessings.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. All right,
Blessings.
Dee Dee, then Danny. Dee Dee, then Danny. Would you like to say anything? If not, that's no problem at all. One thing I do encourage you is if you have a prayer team at your church, you can put this on the prayer list. Ask them to start praying for the summit, pray for the travel, pray for good health. Just pray that the Lord's will is done in everything that we do. I would love you to put that on your prayer list, because I'm going to do the same thing. All right, Danny, here we go. How are you?
On.
Tell us who you are, what you do. Where are you, Danny? All right, but can we unmute first? Thank you. I don't know the best way to say that when people are talking and the mute is on. Yeah, good.
Okay,
awesome.
there we go.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Danny Martin. I am a proud member of Ron Bell and CM3. I am the COO of the ministry. As Ron shared, we're an outreach ministry, and this trip to London is super exciting for us. And we have been talking it up amongst the choir members, and everyone is so excited, just as Michelle was saying. And we have come for the sole, or we will be there for the sole purpose of making this conference exactly what you will have it be. And we want God to get the glory out of everything that takes place at your summit. So bless you for what you're doing.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anyone from London, any final words or comments or questions? Anyone from the UK before we send everyone for the rest of the day? Any final comments, words?
Can I just say, you mentioned that who was a reggae artist in America who did the reggae song?
Pastor Wendy Peterson.
Yeah, and Hammond and Harmony. I know Keziah won't say anything, right? And it's not about name dropping, but she and Hammond and Harmony just produced Todd Delaney's reggae track.
Todd Delaney did a reggae track?
Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know that part.
Oh, wow.
She didn't tell you that part,
No.
but I'm letting you know now. And
That's-
also Sandra Godley at the same time. So there you go. So
Oh my
there's
goodness.
many things under her belt. Many things. Sorry, Keziah, but I'm off.
I'm glad you mentioned that, and I'm glad you mentioned Sandra Godley.
Yeah.
She sang a song that she wrote during the pandemic.
Yes.
My
Yes.
darling.
Oh.
And they did it, the reggae version. You got to hear it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All of them are great. Pastor Wendy Peterson and Unity,
Yeah.
Pastor Godley, and whoever else they've done, look them up. Please listen to the reggae versions. It will blow your mind. Beautiful. You know, I'm Jamaican, right? I'm from the Caribbean. My parents are.
Are you?
So, yes.
Oh, you're Jamaican.
My parents are from Jamaica.
Funny thing was mentioned. The guy said he's going over to St. Kitts.
Yeah.
And that's part of my heritage.
That's you. That's your heritage.
Yeah, that's why I went like,
Yes. So we love reggae. We love reggae. Yeah.
yeah.
But
Wow.
listen, we will make sure you taste Jamaican food, Caribbean food, fish and chips. They were, I'll say this, they were tearing up the fish and chips last time. That's all I can say. That's the only way to explain it. Fish and chips were every day. Fish and chips was everywhere in that hotel. They couldn't get enough of it. It was awesome. We had fun. We had fun. Listen, I'd love to keep you on longer, but I know even in the UK it's after 9. Thank you so much for being on. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. We can't wait to see you in October. We're here. If you have any questions, reach out to me or email gospelsummit@intl. Please share the information about the summit. We want the artists to be there to get educated. They have to get educated. We've got to do this thing right. We've got to do it properly. We've got to operate with excellence. We've got to know what we're about. So please share the information about the summit, especially in the UK. We want the UK artists to be there. We want to meet, network, and, you know, cross the pond. We want to do that. Cross the pond, transatlantic connection. All right, listen, God bless you. God keep you. God cause his face to shine on you and give you peace. We'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.
Amen.
Thank you for everything. God bless.
We love you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. 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 Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. All right, family.